Hey everyone and welcome back. Let me ask you something. Why is it that some men fade from a woman's memory almost instantly, while others stay on her mind for years, maybe even forever? You've probably seen it happen. She moves on with her life, maybe even falls into a brand new relationship, but that one guy still lingers in the back of her mind. His name doesn't come up, but his presence, it left a mark. And here's the surprising part. It's not always the flashiest guy. It's not the richest or the smoothest talker. More often than not, it's the man who never even realized how unforgettable he was. Why? Because he did a few simple, powerful things that stuck with her, things most men overlook. And that's exactly what we're breaking down today. 7 things women never forget about a man. If you're tired of being overlooked, tired of being the guy she forgets a week later, then listen closely. Because these aren't tricks. This isn't about chasing her down or playing games. This is about impact. The kind of impact that lasts long after you're gone. So let's dive in. 1. He walks away when his standards are crossed. One of the most unforgettable traits in a man is his ability to walk away when his standards are crossed. Picture this. A woman tests your boundaries. Maybe she cancels on you last minute again. Maybe she talks down to you in front of others. Maybe she tries to push you into jumping through hoops to prove yourself. Most men fold. They explain, they beg, they compromise. But the man she never forgets? He doesn't argue. He doesn't cuss. He doesn't lecture. He simply walks away, calmly, silently, without drama. And that exit, that silence, hits harder than any speech ever could. Why? Because women are intuitive. They can tell if a man's confidence is real or just an act. And when you calmly walk away from disrespect, it shocks her system. She realizes, you're not afraid to lose her. That's when she starts replaying it in her head, obsessing, wondering what went wrong, and comparing every man after you to the one who had the spine to stand his ground. You want to be unforgettable? Don't settle. Don't explain away disrespect. Show her through action that you value yourself too much to tolerate it. Because here's the truth. Women never forget the man who showed them what a real boundary looks like, and had the strength to enforce it. 2. He makes her feel truly seen. Most men notice surface-level things. Her body, her smile, her style. Sure, compliments are nice. But they're forgettable. The man she never forgets? He sees deeper. He notices the slight hesitation in her voice when she talks about her future. He catches the way her smile doesn't quite match her eyes. He hears not just what she says but what she doesn't say. And when he speaks, it lands. Maybe he asks her, "Is that really what you want? Or is it just what people expect of you?" That kind of question cuts deep. Not in a painful way, but in a way that makes her realize, wow, he actually gets me. Most people listen to reply. But the man she remembers listens to understand. He gives her the rare gift of emotional presence. And that presence, that feeling of being truly seen, is something she will never forget. 3. He doesn't chase, he attracts. Now this one's huge. The difference between chasing and attracting isn't about effort. It's about energy. The man who chases puts her on a pedestal. He bends, he adjusts, he begs for attention. He makes her the prize while treating himself like a contestant. But the man who attracts, he's different. He's focused on his mission, his health, his growth, his purpose. He moves with direction, and that energy pulls people in naturally. He doesn't need to text her constantly. He's not glued to his phone waiting for validation. He's cantered, grounded, confident in who he is and where he's going. And here's the truth. Women are drawn to men who lead themselves. Not just in conversation but in life. That magnetic calm, that quiet focus is unforgettable. Not because he chased her down, but because he didn't. 4. He leads with certainty, not control. There's a massive difference between leading and controlling. Control is rooted in insecurity. It's the jealous guy checking her phone, policing her clothes, demanding obedience. And that? It only pushes her away. But leadership, real leadership, that's magnetic. A man who leads with certainty doesn't raise his voice. He doesn't panic when plans fall through. If the restaurant's closed, if the weather ruins the night, he simply says, "No problem. I've got another idea." He creates clarity, not chaos. He invites trust, not fear. And women never forget the man who knows how to guide a moment without suffocating it. A man who makes her feel safe without ever needing to control her. That kind of calm, steady energy is rare. And rare is unforgettable. 5. He lives a purpose-driven life with or without her. Here's the thing. A man who lives with purpose is unforgettable, because his life has meaning before a woman enters it. He's not desperate for her attention. He's not waiting for her to give him identity. His mission was there before she came along, and it will still be there if she leaves. And that's exactly why she respects him. Most men drop everything the moment a woman shows interest. They slow down, rearrange their lives and orbit around her. But the man who keeps moving forward, who includes her without being consumed by her, that's the man she never forgets. Because deep down, every woman wants to join a man who already has something powerful going on. A man she can walk beside, not carry. Purpose is magnetic. And a purpose-driven man? That's unforgettable. 6. He creates emotional impact without losing power. Now here's where most guys get it wrong. They think they have to choose be strong and stoic or be soft and vulnerable. But the truth? Women never forget the man who can connect emotionally without losing himself. He doesn't hide behind a mask, but he doesn't collapse into neediness either. He's real, grounded, steady. If something bothers him, he doesn't explode. He doesn't sulk. He simply says, "Look, I value respect. The way that went down doesn't sit right with me. I'm not angry, but I won't stay in something where communication breaks down." No guilt trips. No drama. Just clarity backed by presence. And that presence creates emotional impact. She feels it. She remembers it. Because most men either shut down or fall apart. But the man who feels deeply while staying grounded, that's rare. And rare once again is unforgettable. 7. He's not just a chapter, he's a turning point. Some men are chapters in a woman's story. But the unforgettable man? He's the turning point. He doesn't just date her, he changes her. Maybe he doesn't even realize it, but his presence shifts her perspective. He raises her standards without ever saying a word. He forces her to reflect on how she's been living, what she's been tolerating, and what she truly desires. And here's the truth. She may never tell him. She may never admit it. But she knows deep down that he wasn't just another part of her story. He was the moment her story took a different direction. And that's impossible to forget.